Welcome back to day 43. Today's pose is called Reclined Staff Pose or Supta Dandasana. It's a really great pose for strengthening the core and also elongating and lengthening the spine. And we will come to a reclined position. You could probably do this in the chair just to start to get the core nice and strong. Sitting up tall in your chair, and you'll raise your arms overhead and really think about strengthening the core. So it's one way to get started. Then come down to your back, maybe on the bed or on the floor here. Let's get started together. Taking a nice opening breath, take the arms out to the side. Take a nice inhale, drawing your palms overhead. Exhaling, lowering the arms. As we do, let's raise the head, look up towards the hands. Exhaling, chin to chest. Allowing yourself to arrive to your one pose practice today. Let everything else outside go. Taking one more as you draw your palms overhead, exhaling, palms together and down. All right, let's come to our backs for a moment. Actually, just watch first. I want to show some things about being on your back on the floor. As we come to our backs, having your knees bent, feet flat on the floor, feet and knees in line with your hips and toes pointing away towards the bottom edge of your mat. Reaching your palms towards your heels to release the shoulders away from the neck. Now, when we come into a reclined position, think about your nose in your nice neutral neck pointing straight to the ceiling. If you find that your nose is pointing overhead, it might mean that you need a little to lengthen your neck or also get a little more lift under your head. If you find that your nose is pointing towards your knees, chin is really tucked into your chest, you might need to lower the lift or the blanket behind your head so that your nose is pointing directly to the ceiling. Okay, and then when we come into our reclined Dandasana pose, I draw the knees in towards my belly and press my feet and my heels towards the ceiling. So you really want to think about nice straight legs, flexing your feet, toes are pointing towards your head. Now if the backs of the legs are super tight or you find that you're feeling a little bit of discomfort in your lower back, bend the knees, but think about those ankles being right over your hips. All right, find your way down to your back. We'll do this pose together. Again, reaching the palms or the hands towards your feet. Notice your nose, where it's pointing towards the ceiling. Adjust if you need to. And then use your core. Draw your knees into the belly. Press your feet straight up to the ceiling, pressing those heels. Lengthen as best you can. If you need to bend your knees, find where your ankles are right over your hips. That gives you a little less strain on your lower back. And then we'll hold here. Really think of pressing those heels. Think of reaching the fingertips towards the bottom edge of your mat. Roll the shoulders back in towards the mat. Just to broaden across the chest, the collarbones. And feel the core. You might feel a little bit of zipping up of the core right either side of your belly button. Try not to pull your belly button down into your mat. You want to have that little space, natural curve in your lower lumbar spine. Now we're going to add a little core onto this. Let's take our arms out into a T position with your palms. Gently turn into the floor. If that's not comfortable, then turn the palms face up to the ceiling. Remember to have your wrists right in alignment with your shoulders. Shoulders broadening back into the floor. Now you may want to stay here. You may bend the knees a little bit, still working the core. Make sure you're not straining your back. We're going to take that right leg and start to lower it down, pressing that heel away from you. You don't need to touch the floor. Find that range. Start to point the toes and the foot as you bring that foot back up to the ceiling, and then flex the foot again. Let's switch sides. Left leg lowering. Point the toes as you raise it back up to its starting position. And we'll alternate a few more times. If the lower back's not happy, bend the knees and you can lower. I'll just give an example. The leg and back up. So knees can be bent in this position. Or just don't lower the legs as low until you find that range of motion that works for your body. Can we try? 2 more times, lowering the right leg. Point the foot as you raise it back. Lower that left leg and point. Do one more time. If you notice you're straining your shoulders or your neck, bend those elbows or come out of it. Last time on your left leg. Come back into your reclined staff pose, Supta Dandasana, and find that length. Press your feet towards the ceiling. Take a nice big breath. Exhale it out. Hug your knees into your chest. Let's roll or rock a little side to side, massaging off across the back of the body there. And take your time as you gently roll to one side. Let's press ourselves back up. Sitting propped, so you have a nice neutral spine, sitting as tall as you can. I hope you enjoyed that. Really great for strengthening the core, but make sure you're not straining your back. If you need to, bend your knees. Let's take our closing breath, arms out to the side, taking that nice inhale, palms overhead. Exhaling, palms together and down. Thank you for joining this one pose practice today. I love your feedback or comments. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.